If you built a 22 AR pistol like I did and you're having reliability issues, there's something that you may have done that I did that was causing that, and I didn't know it. Long story short, this kit is known to be blowback, and it does not utilize the buffer tube. Well, it does not utilize a buffer or spring to operate because it stops against the edge of the receiver here. However, it still moves around a little bit and we don't realize it. So what happens is it comes back during cycling and the chamber adapter will move ever so slightly. We're showing it a lot there. That's probably 3/8 of an inch, but during cycling it might go back, I don't know, a couple millimeters or something like that, and that will cause jamming. So what I did, and I could not find this information online, I found it somewhat by accident on the Right to Bear website when they suggested to include a buffer and spring. I want to make this gun very lightweight, and I left the buffer tube hollow. That was my mistake. Of course, it's not in the instructions anywhere, and like I said, it's impossible to find. I couldn't even find it on YouTube videos after knowing what I did right or wrong before that. So this buffer tube with the buffer with the spring behind it puts pressure on the edge of the bolt carrier to push it forward during cycling, so it does not come back the way I showed you a moment ago, which ultimately is going to cause either light primer strikes or nose dives and jamming. So I was getting, when the kit was working perfectly in my AR carbine with a 16-inch barrel, I had the buffer and the spring behind it. When I built this gun, like I said, and I think I said I left it hollow. So when it was hollow, I was getting, sometimes it ran perfectly through a 25 round mag, but that wouldn't happen that often. Usually got 2, 3, 4, 5 malfunctions, usually in the form of nosedive, not much light primer strikes. So I saw on Right to Bear's website, who sells their own 22 long rifle conversion kit, that they recommend using a buffer and spring behind it, because that's going to put forward pressure on the bolt carrier so that it stays much more still during normal cycling operation. Another solution could be a pressure plug or bore buddy. If you look them up online, you'll find information about it, but even with those, you still need at least a buffer spring. I had no reason to believe that it needed one because I knew for a fact that this kit was blowback operated. You can see up at the top, that's where it stops up against the back of this part of the receiver. So as far as I knew, it was completely unnecessary when running 22. So now I ran this past weekend, I ran 600 rounds through it. I only had one malfunction. That malfunction might have been because of my error doing something wrong, or it's just the nature of the beast with 22 long rifle. So out of 600 rounds and one not functioning perfectly, I have no complaints. Let's see if we can see that receiver, that buffer pushing in the extension a little bit, pushing in the bolt carrier a little bit. Well, I guess you can't see it in the video, but that's how it works. So again, I could not find this online anywhere. When trying to search for problems, I just found it by accident on Right to Bear's website that they recommend using a buffer and spring. I hope this helps some of you other 22 AR builders. See ya.